The Trump administration is ending protected status for thousands of Hondurans. This is part of Trump's efforts to tighten restrictions on immigration. However, Hondurans and many other immigrants being deported from the U.S. don't have a safe place to return. According to the United Nations, this move by the Trump administration comes at a time when the world is witnessing the highest levels of displacement. Ashlee Banks has more.
The United Nations says 65.6 million people around the world have been forced from their homes. The reasons vary from wars and gang violence to natural disasters, like in the case of Hondurans who came to work and live in the U.S. after the second deadliest Atlantic hurricane ravaged the country in 1999, killing over 7,000 people and displacing several others. According to reports, 86,000 Hondurans are registered for protected status in the U.S., and now the Trump administration is ending the protection and telling them to return to their home country. At this time, Honduras is unstable and not safe for a lot of people to return to.
It don't matter what was the reason for where we're coming from, because sometimes it's not about that you look for American dreams. Sometimes it's about needs, because dangerous, there are a lot of killers over there, problems and that, and we're just looking for a chance to be better.
Hondurans aren't the only ones facing deportation. Since last year, the Trump administration has been scrapping protections for more than 300,000 citizens from countries which have mainly suffered from natural disasters. A couple weeks ago, the administration announced 9,000 Nepalis who arrived in the U.S. after experiencing an earthquake in 2015 should leave the country. Now, in January, the administration counseled protection for 200,000 Salvadorans who fled their country after a pair of devastating earthquakes struck their country in 2001. The administration informed them they must depart by September 2019. And last year, the administration announced 45,000 Haitians must leave by July 2019, returning to a poverty-stricken country which hasn't recovered after being struck by an earthquake and a hurricane. And in 1999, Nicaraguans arrived in the U.S. after their country was struck by a hurricane. The administration says 2,500 Nicaraguans must leave the U.S. by January 2019 as well. The UN found over half of the world's refugees came from 3 countries: Syria, South Sudan, and Afghanistan. Most of the world's displaced people are staying in Africa. 26% are hosted in the Middle East and North Africa, 17% in Europe, 16% in the Americas, and 11% in Asia and the Pacific. The top hosting countries in those regions are Turkey, Pakistan, Lebanon, Islamic Republic of Iran, Uganda, Ethiopia. Many people who have been displaced are coming from nations that have faced natural disasters, conflict, and poverty. The United Nations says in recent years, people are becoming displaced more and more, and it may only get worse from here. In Washington, Ashlee Banks, RT.